Looking forward to this one. On a night where we're seeing a range of former amateurs in the pro ranks with very different styles. You can see the records there. Muhis is unbeaten. Kakande did lose last year over 6 rounds to Viktor Temirov, an unbeaten Kazakh fighter, and he gave Temirov a load of problems that night, and maybe just gassed down the stretch. That might just have cost him, but he can switch hit, he can fight in and around the pocket, or get front foot and aggressive. And Muhis, I think, will like to box off the back foot, but potentially he's going to be put under a bit of pressure tonight. I'm looking forward to this one, Barry. Yeah,
Kakande's come out all guns blazing here, but just a little bit over-eager at times. And that's not with Muhis, just to land with a straight 1-2 down the track, as we see there. So it's going to be a fiery contest, this one.
Yeah, Kakande's come out southpaw at the start of this. We'll see how that unfolds. And he's been a sparring partner for the unbeaten Konstantin Ursu, brought in essentially for that, and this opportunity has presented itself for him. And what a springboard it just could be. Ursu, of course, also a southpaw, yeah. So he's had a little bit of preparation for Muhis tonight.
Up to this point, I think Muhis is coping with the pressure quite well. Kakande closing the gap, but getting close enough, but just a little bit untidy with some of his work here. A good left hook there from him. He switched stance again, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, good right hand as well.
He generally is orthodox. I'm slightly surprised that he came out southpaw, but it's not lasted long.
He gets that foot naturally on the outside, doesn't he, when he's in an orthodox stance, which allows him to throw that right hand right down the centre of the guard there, Muhis, and then come back with that left hook. He's had more effect since he's done that.
Just missed with the right hand there, Kakande. And again, he just switched briefly to southpaw to launch that attack.
You just got to be careful when you can switch. Just got to be careful you don't overthink stuff and start switching too often and put yourself in some sort of trouble.
Particularly against a clever natural counter puncher, yeah, like Muhis.
Yeah, Muhis is quite patient, isn't he? So he's kind of happy to be bouncing in and out, waiting for you to fall short or just make a little mistake so we can just counter with the need to work.
And Muhis himself has had plenty of good sparring preparation for this against Denzel Bentley, who's in action elsewhere tonight as well. So that's really good sparring.
Yes, he won't be overawed and his bombs coming his way, will he? Sparring with Denzel Bentley, of course, who's a good boxer, but a bit of a puncher. Good body shot.
That was a cracker, wasn't he? Whipped in the left hook, yeah. And there's a right uppercut to the body as well. So a couple of meaty punches from Kakande at the end of the round. Some warning signs. He's just going to have to craft his way through this.
Two things empty your tank. Missing is a massive thing. For when you miss a shot, you've got to bring it all the way back. That tires you out. And also you don't get that mental satisfaction for hitting the tiger when you do commit to a shot. But also taking punches. And if Muhis can make him miss and make him pay, those two things combined can really slow a fighter down.
A bit sharper with his jab at the start of this round, Muhis. There he goes again. Maybe just trying to get off first. Could be part of the battle.
Well, Muhis might have to throw, even if he doesn't land, just to force Kakande to throw when he doesn't want to, and then it allows him to go first and third then for Muhis. That's a good jab as well there from Muhis, just over the low left hand there of Kakande.
Yeah, just riding the pressure a bit better at the start of this round.
Yeah, it's getting, you see that little rhythm he has to his work, the little bounce to his step here, Muhis, and that's just allowing him to get a bit more fluency in his work.
Kakande with a Couple of shots on the turn in the clinch.
That's a good jab again there from Muhis.
Clubbing right hand there from Kakande. Still the pressure. And a nice right to the body there again.
Similar to the first round, then like the first sort of half of the round was Muhis, controlling things off the movement. Kakande just starting to close that gap, a little bit more active with those hands when he gets close.
Also, Kakande is prepared to take a chance with some of those shots, throwing them from slightly unusual angles.
Needs to change direction there, Muhis. He's boxing well here, but just a little change of direction now and again, just to not allow Kakande to walk you down. Yeah, good work. And again, good work there from Muhis, boxing really well here at the minute.
Look at the weights ahead of this one. 155 for Kakande and 162 for Muhis.
Yeah.
So it might just be something to keep an eye on as this one goes on.
And when you're a pressure fighter as well, and you're the naturally smaller guy, it's much more difficult, of course, because you haven't got that physical presence and also the strength or the weight to push your opponent back when it needs to be the most.
And that 7 pounds is a whole weight division.
Oh.
Again, Kakande coming out southpaw at the start of the round.
Just when he gets that front foot close enough, Kakande, he's just got to let his hands go. Just a little bit more confidence. Don't look for that perfect shot. Just throw the punches, and that might create the opportunities to land with a big shot down the middle somewhere.
There is a kind of loose ruggedness about Kakande. Stylistically, maybe Muhis a little more technical and schooled, but he just got clocked there with the right hand.
Yeah, there's just a little cut as well over the left eye there of Kakande.
I said Muhis might be the naturally bigger in terms of weight divisions, but certainly in terms of the pressure and the power, that's edge towards Kakande.
Yeah, he's having a good round here, Kakande, as well. He's landing with a nice little flush left hook, straight right hand.
And again, he just slid across and created the space to whip in that right hand, Kakande. And the aggression is working for him in this round.
And busier as well. That's what's been the contributing factor here to having a better round. Just letting his hands go a little bit more fluently. Staying nice and low there as well, Kakande. Good footwork there from Muhis. Keeps him out of trouble for a little bit longer.
The head was in the air there, wasn't it, from Kakande? But it's been a good round for him, and this has gone one way and another.
A good shot, lovely bit of work there. Just a little good balance there from Muhis.
Kakande a little wild with the right hand, and Muhis has been able to read that, and his feet has done the rest of the job for him.
Good left hook, lovely left hook there for Kakande.
Well, he's been sort of slightly telegraphing the right hand for the last sort of 45 seconds, and there he works something different. That was cute.
Can't really see how bad that cut is yet. Going into back to the corner here, Kakande.
Into the second half then. Muzamiru Kakande, who for the last 4 or 5 weeks has been across in Plymouth sparring Konstantin Ursu, unbeaten in 11. Ursu's coming up in a British and Commonwealth eliminator a bit later on the bill tonight here in Brentwood. Ursu's got his eyes on what's happening between Harry Scarf and Liam Taylor, who's scheduled to fight for that British title soon enough. So that's the kind of landscape and the relativity when we're looking at this pair down the stretch in this one.
And there was a couple of really good shots there, Kakande. There was a really meaty left hook, then a fantastic right hand through the guard there to Muhis. Didn't trouble Muhis, but just the good scoring shots, and gives Kakande a bit more confidence to come forward.
And obviously Kakande's been in with a really slick, stylish southpaw at 147 pounds in those sparring sessions. As ever with boxing, it's a series of questions posed and answers expected as they go from round to round.
Again with that right hand there, Kakande believes in himself now, doesn't he? Muhis has taken just the weight off the jab's gone. You see that he's just pushing it out a little bit there. I don't know whether he's starting to tired or lacking a bit of confidence, but that's allowing Kakande just to grow in his confidence and just to close that gap a little bit more easier than it was in the first couple of rounds.
So what's this going to boil down to? Is it going to be about technique? Is it going to be maybe something more mental?
Well, look, the momentum certainly flowing in the favour here of
I think there's another cut, and I think this time it's on the right eye of Muhis. Unless it's a smear of blood, it looks like Muhis might be cut now. Either way, Muhis is having to dig deep. He's been forced to fight here, and these are rocky moments for him. This is a significant, important part of the fight.
Yeah, it is, because he's been forced to fight, but he's not having any success really either when he's doing it. A little bit wild and pushing the punches out rather than throwing them. That's making it easy for Kakande just to walk through him.
Missed with the right, but he came back with that round the house's left hand, and a bit more devil and meat in the punches now from Kakande, who's starting to wind up the tempo and increase the intensity, and the pressure on Muhis is getting more and more intense.
Just see Kakande there, lovely switch at the shoulders before he let that left hook go.
And great credit to Muhis, who kind of fought back out of that skirmish.
Just needs to throw in flurries a little bit now, Muhis, when he's on the ropes. But
here we go then. Now we are down the stretch. Can Kakande maintain this kind of pressure? Does he have the energy, the base fitness in him to continue to do so up in weight against a naturally bigger man?
Oh, two good right hands there for Kakande.
And it was a left that set it up, and he's letting his hands go. He has got the bit between his teeth now, Kakande. And body shots coming in. Well, if there's any concerns about the gas tank, he's not showing it in terms of his output. And he's back on his heel here, Muhis. He could be in a bit of bother.
Yeah, he felt that right hand there, Muhis in a bit of trouble here.
Right a buzz off. He's clinging onto the ropes, trying to buy himself a little bit of time, and he almost staggered into the ropes, and a couple of big shots from Kakande getting through.
Still steady on his legs.
Yeah, the hands are dropping, Barry. The hands are dropping. He gets through again, and Muhis is in a real deal of bother. He's looking weary, and the hands are getting lower and lower. He staggered into the ropes as he was looking to clinch a moment or so ago. That's a big right hand to the pit of the stomach from Kakande. And on the back of a couple of big rounds through 3 and 4, he's picked up the tempo again.
He's still unsteady on his legs here, Muhis.
Big left hook from Kakande again. Now he's just bullying Muhis now.
Yeah, he's done well, Muhis might to still be in there. Oh, it's a lovely uppercut.
Huge shot gets through from Kakande again. Well, we wondered about the gas tank. We just didn't know. But he's giving it absolutely everything. This is what opportunity creates in fighters. Oh. Build it and they will come. There's another uppercut with the right hand from Kakande. He is perhaps right on the cusp.
Oh, not far again off with that uppercut. Another uppercut there, Kakande. He's doing all he can, isn't he?
Well, the resolution, strength, desire, stubbornness from Muhis, all that's keeping him in this.
I mean, this has been almost 3 minutes of torture here for Muhis. He's done so well to to survive so far now.
It has, Paddy, and it's been 3 rounds of something similar. It's been 3 rounds of building momentum and increased pain and intensity. And this round, perhaps the biggest of it, but just possibly, could Kakande have punched himself out?
Just threw a left hook there, Kakande, and again Muhis struggling to stay on his feet.
Like a boxing Tarzan as he comes out for the final 3 minutes of this one. Kakande punching through the target, through the gloves with that right hand again. He can see the finishing line, but more importantly, the possibility of what winning this fight could set up for him.
And also, you talk about weighting being an actually smaller guy, but having to make super welter, not welter, gives you plenty of energy in the tank to finish strong.
And this is what happens when you dangle opportunities in front of a professional fighter. This is what happens. And we're going to see it in the super middleweight title. We've got John Marvin on his debut, Brandon Lewis as well in the other semi-final. 2 fighters who've been waiting and waiting for this kind of opportunity. Well, it's knocking loudly tonight, and it's doing so for Muzamiru Kakande. And at the moment, he is grabbing it with both fists.
Yeah, he is. Look at Muhis trying to fight back. You can't doubt his bravery for a second here, but
oh, his courage has been unbelievable. I had no idea how he got through that 5th round.
He's tired though, isn't he? He looks tired.
But he needs to win a round, Paddy. He needs to turn it around.
Yeah, he can't lose this round, that's for sure. It might be the win might be beyond him already, to be honest. Oh, good little shot there from Muhis.
Now fighting back, yes.
See, if he had a bit more disguise to his work, Kakande, it'd just be so much more effective. He's effective enough as it is. But a little feint or just a little step with the feet, like a little bit like that there, just a little shimmy of the shoulders.
Yeah, perhaps the lack of guile and craft is going to be a handicap for him, but his strength and attitude, Paddy, particularly if he's down at 154 pounds, he'll be a handful for people, for sure.
And also, he doesn't rush anything, does he? Either. When he had him going, okay, he didn't get him out today, but I mean, it allowed him to land with clean shots, and maybe, if against a welterweight, they might have been all he needed to get the finish.
And the problem for Muhis in this final round is he's regained a bit of composure, but he's a natural counter-puncher, back foot boxer, and what's required here tonight now, unfortunately, to turn it around is something very different.
It is, yeah. You've got to let your hands go with a bit more of authority, haven't you, and try and push the guy back. That's not something that's in his makeup, unfortunately.
Great courage to be in this position alone for Muhis, but now he's under pressure again, as this one is closed out, as it had been in the previous rounds, by Kakande coming on strong. And that perhaps the performance of his life when he most needed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the referee's scorecard. Referee John Latham scores the bout 57 to 57. This bout is a draw.